This week under Observed Quarantine is Left for Cake by J. Serra. This is a 3-map puzzle campaign inspired by Portal, where players have to solve puzzles, navigate mazes, and kill some zombies.
Just like any puzzle-based game, the puzzles do get a little bit harder as you go through the campaign, but they don't really differ from their original formula after the first map. It's basically like the same idea over and over again, but even the hardest puzzles, they're not really that testing to the point where I'd even call them puzzles. I mean, there's no clue, there's the answer right in front of you. There's no need for the clue. It's like no more of a puzzle than using a revolving door. I mean, the only enjoyment that I got from the campaign was doing things that I wasn't supposed to be doing, like taking the mass spawning droppable items and just keep throwing them in a pile, so when a horde comes I can just blow it up or blow the tank up or something. Or lowering the bridge as the bots were trying to go across it, so, you know, they would sink into the water and die. Sims player, you know, that's what I do. But the reason why I decided to start doing this is because I found that the major parts of this campaign were a bit too boring and a little bit too easy. And because they were too easy, that's what made it boring.
Yeah, but I don't actually think the campaign's meant to be hard. It's just something to prevent the campaign being a simple map-to-map transition. It's something that requires you to think ahead. Not really in a kind of a deep sense, but more of a, well, I'm going to need this, so better pick that up. And I don't think it can be difficult or too complex, because Left 4 Dead is limited. It's not designed for puzzle solving, just fragging zombies.
Yeah, but the thing is with this campaign that it is a map-to-map transition, because it practically is the same map over and over again, because there's not really much change in it at all. I mean, the only changes I can really see are the actual finales of the puzzles, as in, like, what happens when you push the button. And that it shouldn't be like that. I mean, it's like, you shouldn't have the same puzzle with a different outcome. It should be different puzzles with similar outcomes, because why have the same puzzle over and over again? It's not really a puzzle, is it?
No. Although the puzzles weren't exactly the same, they did differ a bit.
But they were just the same content repeated, if interchanged. It's like, put something on the button and now do it again for the next 3 maps.
But on this one, set one on fire.
Yeah, but it's pretty much the same principle. Take one of the cans, put it on the thing. This time you just have to shoot it, or get a Molotov. And if there's loads of infected standing on the buttons, they set it off anyway. Even the mazes aren't too difficult to navigate.
Yeah, once you find your way through trial and error, it doesn't become too difficult. The only thing is that if they were a bit too difficult, if it was so impossible to navigate them, people would just give up. They just wouldn't play it.
Yeah, because it would kind of consume a lot of time, actually, if it was massively difficult. But really, overall, because it's not hard, I don't think it should try to be Portal. Because, well, Portal's imaginative and challenging, but when playing this map, it's just too simple. It's not challenging in the slightest. In fact, the only challenging part about it is probably the fact you're getting hoarded by zombies, and that is essentially Left 4 Dead challenging anyway.
Yeah, it should have clues and hints rather than basic instant-solving images near buttons if it wished to emulate Portal. Portal's challenge isn't from the fact that, you know, you've got to fight zombies, it's from the fact that the outcome of solving the puzzle isn't immediately obvious. When you look at a button, it doesn't say stand here. You just go, what happens if I press that? And this campaign should do that.
Yeah, but this is Left 4 Dead, not Portal, so you can't really compare it to Portal because you can't use the same dynamic.
Yeah, but I think the campaign is trying to compare itself to Portal because of how it uses the buttons and GLaDOS and, you know, Left 4 Cake. This is more of like, look, we're Portal for Left 4 Dead. So it opens itself up to be compared to Portal rather than other Left 4 Dead maps.
Visually, it's also supposed to be mimicking Portal, with the kind of Left 4 Dead textures and things, but using Portal buttons. It works well as a simple style, I mean, but it's not anything particularly amazing. But then again, I suppose they're not really trying to do anything amazing with it, because all the thought processes would have to go into the puzzle making behind it. But the concept of the campaign being like group therapy has a kind of Portal type humour, but it kind of works well on its own as a theme, because this test subjects in a laboratory works well with the puzzle thing as a whole anyway.
The campaign wasn't bad, it wasn't unplayable, it just was a bit too easy and lacked a unique imaginative theme that it could have had. It'd be more interesting if it required more Left 4 Dead elements for solving puzzles, and perhaps even included Left 4 Dead jokes, so it was more of a Left 4 Dead map, more than a Portal wannabe for Left 4 Dead. I recommend it just to play it. It's an experiment to try something. Play it if you're curious about such things.